and I'm going to do a little audience participation here. I just want you to raise your hand if any of the questions that I ask apply to you. Has anyone in here ever taken even a single hit of a cigarette? That's almost everyone. Is there anyone in here who would consider themselves or someone very close to them a smoker? It's a good few people. And have any of you ever tried to quit smoking and failed? Alrighty. Well, that was a whole lot of you that decided that you have either wanted to smoke at some point or wanted to quit or have experimented with it. So now I'm going to demonstrate to you a few tools that you can use to try to quit smoking if you ever get to the point where you decide that that's what you want to do. And if you don't smoke, these are still really good tips to use to be a good supporter for if a loved one ever does. Because quitting smoking is so hard. I, by the way, am on day 3 of no cigarettes. And I'm doing so well because I've had a really great support system. So even if you don't smoke, listen so that maybe you can help someone else better their life. All right, the first step after deciding that you don't want to smoke anymore is to get organized. Make a plan. If you don't have a plan, you will not succeed. You have to really decide for yourself what the reasons that you want to quit smoking are. Whether it be for your health, whether it be because you don't want to smell bad or you don't want your appearance to be affected, or even if you just don't want to be a bad influence on people in your life, like small children, people you work with, whatever the reasons are for you, find them and keep those in mind. Tell them to yourself over and over and over again, because it's going to be difficult and you're going to forget. You're going to forget those reasons, so make them very important. So, set a quit date, and on this quit date, any cigarettes you have left, throw them away. Toss your ashtrays away, toss your lighters away. Don't have any of it in the house, because keeping it in the house is saying that you think that you might fail. If you say, oh, I have a pack of cigarettes left on my quit date, but I'll just keep them in the drawer just in case, that one time we're drinking, I have friends over. No. That means that you're not ready yet. So throw them away. Say screw it and toss them. So once you've done that, you need to be informed. You need to become knowledgeable about what your options are. It's very difficult, and most people are unable to quit cold turkey. There are lots of options right now for people to quit smoking. Like, for instance, we have these very, very popular vaporizers and e-cigarettes. Lots of people are using these. These help with not only the mental and the physical part of quitting smoking. They're better, like for instance, the gum, which is what I'm using right now. The gum helps for people who have an oral fixation. That a big reason why they're smoking is because of that reason. So a lot of people smoke because it's a social thing. And this is usually what works best for people who are in that situation. What you have to be careful with if you use an e-cigarette or a vaporizer to quit smoking is that can become a new habit instead of helping you deter an old one. There are also the patches, and the patches work best typically for people who do not have an oral fixation and are not around a lot of smokers or in situations in which they're exposed to smoking. So after you decide which is best for you, the patches, the vaporizer, cold turkey, gum, whichever, get a support system. Get a buddy. Find a buddy. Preferably either a non-smoking buddy or someone who's trying to quit just like you are. Someone who you can text and say, oh man, I'm really wanting a cigarette right now. Remind me why I wanted to quit again. And for me, that person has been a coworker. And it's been awesome. Every time I've texted her, she's reminded me exactly what my reasons were. Hey, your teeth will look so much better, your hair will smell so much better. And I need that. I need that because it's been a rough 3 days. Okay, I'm not going to lie. It's been a rough 3 days. Now also Valencia has all kinds of information about quitting smoking. The Florida Quit Helpline, which will send you patches for free since they are kind of expensive. If you can't afford them, if you apply online, they will send them to you. They'll send you packets that'll tell you after 12 hours of not smoking a cigarette, your lung capacity has improved this much. After 24 hours, your brain function is this. Things that once you do, you will be amazed at how quickly quitting smoking affects your body. Every one less cigarette that you smoke increases your life. Now, I think everybody in here is pretty awesome. So, anybody who's interested in any sort of the gum or the vaporizer or anything, I have what are those called? Business cards for the vaporizer place that I use, where if you go, I wrote my name on the back, they'll give you a great discount. And I also have a large amount of coupons for the gum, if anybody wants to quit. Also, like I said, Valencia is plastered with information for the Florida Quit line. So, that's my presentation. I hope everyone learned a little something.